Hey guys, I am Ibigandscary. I'm bringing you another StarCraft 2 replay, this time featuring Hibahihi in the bottom right corner, and in your top left you have Nickyboy playing the blue Zerg. Hibahihi is your red Zerg. It's a ZVZ. We're on Ohana. Both players are in Masters, which is pretty cool, especially as far as ZVZ is concerned. There's no matchup that takes this level of skill and detail to the micro, especially in the early game as ZVZ. And it looks like Hibahihi is saving up for a pool because he's already at 8 supply and he's missing some drones, and since he's master, I don't think it's his macro slipping. There goes the pool. Looks like a 7 pool, which is going to be pretty bad news for Nickyboy. Ohana is a rather large map as far as rush distance is concerned. Probably not large, I'd go medium. But still, it's not super small. It's not one of those that those Zerglings are going to be instantly on Nickyboy's base, but I don't see any drone coming out of Nickyboy's base for a drone scout, which means he's going to be relying on these overlords, and if Hibahihi takes the correct pathway, he might be able to avoid this overlord entirely. It's going to be actually pretty close. The overlord might make it to the ramp, which is the only way out of the natural. Interesting aspects for Ohana. There's no real big open ground for ZVZ to take advantage of these huge surrounds. This is pretty much your biggest one, but there's walls everywhere, and you can kind of hide behind little brush, hide behind little walls. If you get caught out in the open, you might be able to multiply the amount of force you can have by denying the surround from the superior force, is what I'm trying to say. And those surrounds are super important, especially as the Zerglings now get out underway. Another 4 on the way for Hibahihi, so Nickyboy is going to have to deal with a lot of Zerglings very shortly, and his pool is just now finishing up. It was scouted by this overlord. That's important to know. So Nickyboy knows these Zerglings are coming. He's got that hatchery down in the natural already, but with the spawning pool just now finishing, he's got absolutely no defenses on the way. He's building a spine in his mineral line, which is a really good idea. He's probably going to let this hatchery go down eventually. It's not much he can do to stop it, but he's going to let the Zerglings do as much damage to it as possible before canceling it to kind of stall them on the natural, stall them away from his probe line. There goes the cancel. Looks like he's going to lose the drone too. Drone goes down, 8 Zerglings into the main, only 2 up for Nickyboy, but he's got 6 more on the way, so this shouldn't be too damaging. It has denied the expansion, but the probe count is heavily in Nickyboy's favor, so 16 to 12. It's hard to say if this was effective. It'll really depend on if Hibahihi can deny the mining at this with the queen coming out, he's not going to be able to deny any mining. He might have denied a little bit of mining time by shying away the drones, but this was only moderately successful, as it did cost Nickyboy like what, 150, 175 minerals with the cancel and the drone. But now Nickyboy has quite a lot of units on the field to defend. He's going to need more, as 14 Zerglings just popped out, and speed is now on the way for Hibahihi. He's not droning up. He's not really... I feel ridiculous every time I say Hibahihi's name. Congratulations. I hope I'm saying it right. But he's not droning up. He's not focusing on his economy. He's definitely letting it, quote, slip. But the reason he's doing that is so he can have that hyper aggression off the front end. And it looks like Nickyboy's back to droning. He's back to getting that hatchery, so he's going to be exposed again. He's getting more units up. Just as... Oh, wow, they caught a queen. The queen was coming out to deal with the overlord. Trying to shy it away so that these Zerglings could make it into the base. And Nickyboy wasn't going to scout it, but in the end, Nickyboy had some Zerglings down there and caught the queen. This is really good micro by Hibahihi. He was using the bulk of his Zergling pack to split up Nickyboy's units and force them back towards the mineral line away from the ramp, kind of trapping them in place. And speed's going to finish in just a couple of seconds, so these guys aren't probably not going to make it to the hatchery. It's going to be a very close race, but yeah, there goes speed, and he gets that surround. Really good micro by Hibahihi. He's really good with these Zerglings, and Nickyboy's in a lot of trouble, especially this queen. The queen gets surrounded almost instantly, goes down, and really good split, keeping just enough Zerglings back there to hold back Nickyboy's Zerglings. Another really good surround. The more Zerglings rushing in, 21 to 3 right now. And even though there is a heavy probe count and a queen back at the main, I think a lot of these Zerglings are going to, or drones are going to go down. It was 17 just a couple seconds ago. Now we're even at 12, and finally, Nickyboy is rapidly falling in the harvester count. Check out the money though. He's got around 500, and he's got 2 hatch up. He's going to be able to re-macro very quickly. And as that attack, that aggression gets cleaned up, Nickyboy has 14 Zerglings on the way, and bam, another 4 drones, or 5 drones, which will even up the drone count. And with his hatchery being down and Hibahihi just now getting his hatchery, Nickyboy's going to be in a economically superior stance. Hibahihi has been very aggressive, and he hasn't been droning very hard, and he doesn't have the money. Oh, he does have quite a lot of money. I wonder what he's going to be spending that for. Oh, he's got the money because he canceled the hatchery because he couldn't deal with this aggression. It looks like he had enough Zerglings. I wonder why he canceled it in favor of getting more Zerglings. Maybe it was because of this swell, but again, he's got 12 more underway. I think Hibahihi could have dealt with that, especially with the micro we've been seeing out of him. That's rather conservative of him. I think he might be feeling a little bit on tilt right now because the aggression that he's been doing has only been moderately successful. I think Nickyboy's been dealing with it very, very well, but this sort of back and forth is very indicative of ZVZ. Hibahihi doubling down on the aggression, getting another 12 Zerglings. Looks like he's sending out a drone to take that hatchery again. Nickyboy's got a very small amount of saturation on his natural. It looks like he's preparing for some more tech, getting that extractor up, probably getting his own speed, maybe some Banelings out in the future. Defensive Banelings can be incredibly effective against the type of aggression that we're seeing out of Hibahihi. I think both players will be teching higher shortly. Some small pokes here and there at the door. If Nickyboy keeps his Zerglings on the creep, he shouldn't have too much of an issue with the speedlings, especially if they stay within range of the queen. Did that spine go up? No, the spine was canceled, so that's why we haven't seen it transferred down here. Another attack in the wings for Hibahihi as the hatchery nears completion. We're going to see the economic advantage that Nickyboy has at 11 harvesters to 25. That is just huge. Look at that mineral income. My goodness. Hibahihi's really got to make something work. He's going to have to make a large attack to do quite a number of, on the probe line again. He's going to need to take out pretty much this entire expansion to get himself back in the game. His hatchery is just now finishing, so he's going to be able to close some of that gap, but as things are now, he's going to be increasingly desperate. A really good surround on all the Zerglings. They go down almost instantly. The probes get pulled. Where's that harvester count? 29 falls. The queen's dead already. So yeah, he took out this entire expansion and quite a lot of the probes. Only 3 or 2 of them make it back to the main, and now it's 16 to 19, which is just an incredible blow for Hibahihi, especially because both of the queens went down. He's not going to be able to, Nickyboy's not going to be able to re-macro as fast as he'd like. Doesn't have the money to blow out a bunch of drones. He does have a Baneling nest down, so if he can hold back Hibahihi, maybe do a little damage to his saturation line, especially since he's got speed on the way. His own Zerglings are coming down to the base. If he could do that damage, he might be able to kind of stabilize this whole matchup. Oh, huge swell of Zerglings coming out of Hibahihi, and you can see that the Baneling nest is also on the way. Looks like Nickyboy is being more cautious. Maybe he sees them. Yeah, he had an Overlord down by the ramp. So he's going to pull all of his drones and hopefully buy enough time with his Zerglings. Needed to make it to the ramp so they could deny the surround, but Hibahihi was just a little too fast. Gets the surround, catches 3 drones off the back foot. This is looking incredibly grim for Nickyboy. He's got 3 Banelings on the way, but I don't think they're going to arrive in time to save the hatchery. That does indeed go down. And now Hibahihi can sit back and relax and know that he's only versing a 1-base Zerg. Oh, those guys have got to be very, very careful. Just 1/2 second more, and those Zerglings would have been covered in green goo. Yeah. Quite a lot of Zerglings, though. And the micro that we've seen out of Hibahihi means that he's going to be able to deal with those Banelings as long as they don't take him completely by surprise. Got to position him at the top of the ramp to deny the vision, and using his queen to make sure that there weren't any overlords in the area. Oh, but a lot of Banelings of Hibahihi's own. Oh, massive hit from those Banelings, taking out probably half of the Zerglings. Oh, but Banelings of Hibahihi's own make it up into the base. A lot of Zerglings have pretty much already made it into the probe line. Another swell of Zerglings popping out, but a good surround on the Queen. What are those Zerglings doing? Queen does go down just because Nickyboy was focusing somewhere else. A Baneling coming in. 5 more Banelings coming in. Some massive drone hits in the future, and it looks like Nickyboy is in a terrible position. Another Baneling makes it into the line. All the Zerglings have gone down. A huge Baneling hit. All of these drones are in the red, but none of the Baneling hits hit the same drone twice, which I think is just incredibly lucky, because I can't imagine someone having that much forethought to micro at that level. Hey, if somebody could, it'd be in Masters or Grandmasters, or yeah. So Nickyboy's in dire straits. He's got 15 drones to 24, and he's gonna deal with quite a lot of Zerglings in a couple of seconds. Banelings are on the way for Nickyboy. He needs some massive hits. He needs to completely destroy this army with no drone losses in order to get back in this game. He's not out of it by any stretch of the imagination, but it is coming. Some drones being rallied, I think. Maybe they're just there for the final battle. I don't know. Nickyboy bringing his army around. This is one of those open areas that I was talking about that we don't see very often. Some good drone hits. Doesn't deal a death blow to the army, but definitely deals with some of it. A drone for Baneling. Exchange there. That's pretty good for Nickyboy. Doesn't want to deal with those Banelings. Another swell. I guess I missed a Baneling hit right there. But it looks like a small number of Zerglings are going to make it in. A lot of Zerglings left for Nickyboy, but a couple of Banelings coming in the wings. Queen's going to be able to focus down one of them before it gets those drones, but a lot of these drones are already weak. A huge hit right there. Oh, bringing down the drone count to 9 over 36. I think. How many units does Nickyboy have? Nickyboy has 30-some Zerglings and a couple of Banelings on the way. Basically, when the second his army goes down, that's good game for Nickyboy. He has his expansion up, but there's no saturation, and with only 9 drones, Nickyboy's really got to do a lot of damage to get back in this game. And I've been saying that for a while now, but it's because both players are really good at kiting around and making their army very cost effective. 2 spines on the way, not done yet. 2 Banelings are going to pop any second now. They'll take out 5 Zerglings. Maybe 6, focusing down one of the spines. The other one only about halfway through. A Queen is going down. 3rd spine in the probe line is going to finish just in time to get completely surrounded. It's going to go down almost instantly, taking down quite a lot of Zerglings, actually. Man, they're resilient. Probes are finally pulled. Massive probe hit. What a probe hit. Oh my goodness, those drones. It's 10 to 22 still, though, but the hatchery for Hibahihi is going to go down. Nickyboy needs to drone off of this like a boss and focus on his economy. He also needs to get out of there before those Banelings hit and take down his army. This is incredibly back and forth. Whoa, massive Baneling hit there too. A good exchange for Nickyboy. All the Banelings have gone down, leaving the Zerglings to have to deal with a single spine and a Queen. Hibahihi has the money, he just can't spend it because he's out of larva, getting all the Zerglings out that he can, but the Zerglings from Nickyboy are in the probe line. They're going to start focusing down drones. We can see that drone count begin to stabilize. 10 to 10, 9 to 9, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and no drones left for Hibahihi. Oh my goodness. Nickyboy, what are you doing? How is this possible? This is incredible. Turned around so fast. You're right. Like, where did that come from? 0 supply. Holy crap. How did Nickyboy do that? It was, I mean, some of the Baneling hits really went his way, especially up here where all those guys were red. And it gave him like, I don't know, 15 seconds longer with them alive. You can see that none of these guys have any damage on them now, but back in the day, and we highlighted them, they were all in the red because they all had 1 Baneling hit on them. But it takes 2 to take down a drone. Man, that was incredible. I enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you guys have a comment, you can leave me a comment. Tell me how I'm doing. If you have a game you want me to cast, that'd be awesome. PM me here or Reddit. One way or another, I am Big and Scary. I'll see you guys later.